Hello. So I was going to write a post, and then I thought, hey, I'll do a video, and I'll drop it on everywhere about about what's coming for me this morning and about what I've been thinking about this morning. Um, so yeah, just jump in with it all. For the last month or two, maybe since the start of this year, I've been feeling very hibernation-y. Haven't been like wanting to be about much. Just fairly normal for winter. I mean, kind of I've always been in a little bit of a hibernation state through the winter for a few years. But this has come about like significantly for me because all of my practices that I do for myself to nurture me and to make sure that I'm fueled up and ready to go. I tend to do a lot of them in the morning before everyone else is awake. I talk about them a lot, my self-care habits and practices. I wake up quite early, and I've built up these practices and these rituals over the course of the last 3 years or so. And now what originally was maybe 30 minutes to an hour of self-care habits, and that will take 3 hours. And I'm always saying to people when I talk about self-care habits, and I don't expect anyone else to spend 3 hours on their morning habits and practices. I really don't. And over the course of the last few years, I've been able to get up earlier, and I've chosen to do that, and I love that time. I really truly love being awake that early in the morning, having that peace and quiet, and knowing that I have a good couple of hours before the kids wake up. And yeah, so I've been feeling this last 2 or 3 months or so more into not forcing myself to do anything that I don't want to. Lots more to say about this in the course of the next few weeks, probably. But that has meant turning my alarms off, waking up, getting up when I feel like it. That's meant that sometimes that's quite late. Lots of other things because I've basically just ditched any sort of alarm to remind me to do anything unless it's significantly important and I don't want to miss a train or miss something that's important, an appointment or something. So this has meant that because I spend a good chunk of time doing various things, I'll do a 30-minute to 40-minute meditation, spend a good hour in my journal just writing about everything, and half an hour of dancing, and then the general getting ready for the morning sort of stuff. And that's a big chunk of the day. And it's today when I was thinking about this and writing, was I'm gonna jump back into journaling. Two things came up. One, mentally and emotionally, I'm coping with life despite not doing an hour of journaling a day. I'm coping with life. I'm coping with anything that comes up for me, coping with my triggers, coping with anything that drops in that might cause me in the past have caused me to completely melt down. I'm coping with all of that. There's not been the mental and emotional strain on me that has happened in the past. This is good. This is really good, because in the past when I've not done all of these habits, mentally, eventually I drop down, usually within a matter of days. My mental well-being takes a dive. Emotionally, end up being a mess, because that's how I process the journaling. Particularly, it's how I process a lot of the stuff that comes up for me that might make me scared, might make me worried, might make me angry or frustrated. All of those, the journaling is how I let go of that and work it through and find something that feels better or find solutions. I've not had to do that. I've been able to, anything that has come up, I've immediately been able to go process, oh, this is helping me to release this. This has helped me to learn this. I've got some good friends that I sound off against when anything comes, and obviously I've also got a husband who's with me and supporting me, and I can sound off to him too. So this is great. So maybe that's why it's taken me so long to actually do anything or realize any of this stuff, because normally, like 3-4 days of not journaling, my taking a dive, something shit turns up and I'm like, I write it all out in my journal. None of that's happened, so it's took me that much longer to come to this point. And that is that I've, over the course of the last few years, develop these self-care habits, these practices, into something so great that I love, that takes me such a time, that that's not what I teach. I don't teach that you have to spend 3 hours in meditation and journal practice and all that. That's not what I teach. I teach basic self-care habits. I teach ways and means to make sure you're nurturing yourself in 10 minutes a day. 10 minute, like 3 or 4 maybe 10-minute chunks of the day, so that you're not overwhelmed by, oh my god, I've got to spend 3 hours in this, like, have that 3 hours of time, because I'm a busy mom. I have a lot of busy people in my audience, and my clients tend to be similarly busy, full on life and all of that. So I teach self-care habits. That's what the Self-Care Love Fest, which ran last week, for my mail list, that's what it's all about. It's about 10-minute chunks of time that you can incorporate, if possible, into every day, but certainly into many days of your week. And that's what I realised this morning. I've not done that for myself. I've let it kind of like fizzle out, and then just ended up not doing a lot of them at all. And that's just, it just dropped in while I was popping to the shop today, and I was thinking on this. I was thinking about how this morning I'd journaled more quickly. I'd written about some of this, and I'd written, because this is new month, so I'm like, right, okay, I do want to try and incorporate some more of the sort of daily things and monthly, weekly things that I wrote about every day, just to remind myself of where I am and where I want to go, and how I get to create things for myself that feel good. And I spent maybe 20 minutes altogether journaling, and then I danced for like 10 minutes rather than half an hour. I did one little dance thingy. It wasn't even 10 minutes, from the Body Groove program that I have, and it felt good. It felt good to incorporate all of the little things that I teach. I've been out now as well, been to the shop, so I've been outside and reflected on this while I was walking, and I was going to write a message, write a post. I did a voice recording so I could write it up into a post later, and I was like, you know what, jump on a video, don't put it in a video. Much better for me. It's my preferred means of communication. So yeah, so this is my reminder from myself to you to not make your self-care habits and practices too hard. Make them easy. It gets to be easy. It should be easy. And if you have habits that you've allowed to grow and develop into something greater, then it's okay to minimize them down, make them smaller, make them more manageable, so that you can still practice them every day, even when you are taking some time for yourself to just be in every moment. So that's it. I hope this resonates with you. I'd love to know what you think, what your thoughts are, if it's helped, or if there's anything that you'd like to add or say about your own journey with any of this. And I'm looking forward to seeing what resonates with other people. So thank you for watching, and if you're watching this on YouTube or anywhere else, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like and share, and remember that you are loved infinitely by all that is, and that's all you really need. And I will speak to you soon. Bye.